Hello and welcome to Cake. Today I'm creating a mermaid cake that's going to be super easy for you to recreate at home for your kids. I'm using some fondant or gum paste to create the mermaids by hand and using some chocolate for the chocolate drip effect and buttercream for the outside decoration of this cake. Let me show you how you can recreate this. Alright, that was my intro. Let's get started with the gum paste decoration. For the entire cake, I'm using a pack of 250 grams of gum paste. That's about 8 to 9 ounces. So I'm going to be using 4 different colors for the entire cake, and that's Wilton pink and purple, and rainbow dust turquoise and leaf green. From the 250 gram pack of gum paste, I use 150 for all of 3 of my mermaids. So each mermaid is going to be about 50 grams in weight. And that I'm going to split in almost half and color in 2 separate colors to create kind of a marble effect to give the mermaids just a little bit more dimension. And then by hand I create the mermaids. If you have a silicone mold for this, feel free to use that. If you don't, in my opinion, you don't need one as long as you have the right fondant tools. I know that I want to put at least 2 mermaids on the cake, and to make sure that they don't fall off, I'm going to put in 2 skewers into each mermaid, which I'm then going to stick into the cake. I don't use a lot of green in this entire cake except for the grass, so I'm just creating like a really small coil, pressing it flat and twisting the gum paste, and just going to leave it like that. And I'm going to create 4 different pieces in about 2 different sizes. For the rest of the decoration, I'm using a Wilton silicone mold, which has a lot of beautiful designs, which are really well suited for this cake. And I've done the same thing in that I've combined multiple colors just to give the little pieces a little bit more dimension. Then to make them just a little bit shiny or glittery, I'm applying a little bit of luster dust on each piece. Now that the decoration's all ready, I'm going to let it dry for about 2 to 3 hours, and in the meantime prepare the other ingredients. I've already prepared a sponge cake, and I've published a recipe to this in the past, and all I've done is I've split the batter between 2 cake pans, each about 6 inches in diameter and about, I think 3.5 in height. So they're pretty tall, which allows me to create 4 slices out of each cake. So in total, I'm going to have an 8-layered cake. Then I've prepared an Italian buttercream the day before, so it's still kind of hard and needs to come to room temperature. To make sure that the sponge cakes remain moist, I'm going to add a syrup to them with some jam and hot water. And as a primary filling, I'm using some strawberry jam. If I were to do this cake over again, I'd probably combine the strawberry jam with some mascarpone or heavy cream. I've alternated between jam and Italian buttercream just to make sure that there's a variation in flavor. Then I'm applying a thin crumb coat and placing the cake in the fridge for about 10 to 20 minutes. I've made sure that I've set aside about 600 grams of Italian buttercream to the side, because this I'm going to split into 3 portions, which I'm going to color in 3 different colors. I'm using again the same colors as before, so turquoise, pink, and purple. And then I'm just dabbing this onto the cake in just different patterns. And then I just smooth the layers. In my opinion, the buttercream was a little bit too light in color, and so I colored whatever I had left a little bit darker with the same colors as before, just a little bit more color used. and smooth this out again. Then I place the cake in the fridge for about 10 to 15 minutes while I work on the chocolate drip. For the chocolate drip, I'm using 2 parts white chocolate and 1 part heavy cream, so about 5 ounces of chocolate, or about 150 grams, to 75 grams of heavy cream. I raise the temperature of the heavy cream and then pour it over the chopped white chocolate and allow it to sit for about a minute until the white chocolate has completely melted. If it has not melted for you, you can place the bowl over a water bath until really there's no more chunks of white chocolate left. Then I colored with gel-based food coloring. In my opinion, I should have waited a couple more minutes to allow the chocolate to cool a little bit, because that would have made the consistency a little bit thicker and more appealing in my opinion. But so with a little spoon, I just apply the chocolate drips and then place the decoration, including the mermaids, onto the cake and around the cake. I had some sugar pearls at home, I had some sugar pearls at home, which I used for decoration. I just pressed a couple of them onto the sides of the cake and on the cake, making it look like little water bottles, making it look like little bubbles. That's it. I'm done with my mermaid cake. I hope you guys enjoyed these instructions. Let me know by commenting below, and don't forget to subscribe for more delicious recipes and creative ideas. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.